Attack invalid, no touch. The attack is from the right. Mr. Endres scores. Mr. Endres 1, Mr. Shevchenko -1. Invalid, no touch. Riposte for the left, 0-1. Attack from the right is invalid, no touch. Attack from the left is parried. Riposte is valid. 2-0. Mr. Endres leads. Attack from the left is invalid, no touch. Riposte is valid. 1-2. Invalid riposte, no touch. Attack from the left, invalid, no touch. Attack in preparation from the left. 2-all. Counterattack invalid, no touch. Attack is parried, riposte valid. 3-2. Shevchenko has taken the lead. Attack from the right is invalid, there's no touch. Attack from the right is valid. 3-all. Attack from the left. 4-3. Mr. Shevchenko in the lead. Counterattack invalid, no touch. Attack off target, no touch. Invalid, no touch. Touches for the right, 4-4. The next touch decides the bout. Tack off target, no touch. Attack is parried, riposte valid. 5-4. Mr. Shevchenko wins. Soviet Union leads 1-0. I'd like to direct your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, to the lower right of the stage where you can see the scoreboard, and the cumulative victories and defeats will be posted there. Invalid, no touch. Attack is off target, no touch. Attack is invalid, no touch. The attack is invalid, there's no touch. Attack is invalid, no touch. The President is asking to check to see if the weapon malfunctioned. It did not. Attack is from the left, parried, riposte valid. 1-0, Mr. Koch leads. Invalid, no touch. Invalid, no touch. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching on your right, current world champion, on your left, 12th place finisher in this tournament. Invalid, no touch. Attack from the right is invalid, there's no touch. Invalid, no touch. Attack from the right, lands, valid. Touch for the right. Mr. Koch, 2-0. Attack is from the left, it misses. Counterattack from the right is valid. 3-0. Mr. Koch leads. Attack is for the left. Mr. Koretsky scores 1-2, 1-3. Attack is parried, riposte valid. 4-1, Koch leads. Attack from the left is good. 2-4. Riposte invalid, no touch. Attack is parried, riposte valid, touch for the left. 3-4. Mr. Koch, world champion, continues to lead. Mr. Koch has been warned for covering target with his unarmed hand. Ladies and gentlemen, each fencer is equipped with an electrically active vest which covers his target area. He's not allowed to obscure that vest with an invalid target area, i.e. unarmed hand. Attack is from the right, and Mr. Koch wins 5-3. He has tied the score at 1. Touch for the left. Monsieur Mamedov, 1. left is invalid, no touch. Attack from the left is good. 2-0, Mr. Mamedov. Attack from the left is parried. The riposte is valid. 1-2, Weidner. Attack from the right is invalid. There's no touch. Attack from the right is valid. 2-all. 3-2, Weidner. The hand judges change sides. Invalid, no touch. Attack is from the left. It is valid. Mr. Mamedov, 3-all. The attack is on the blade. It is from the left. 4-3. Mr. Mamedov leads. Invalid, no touch. Invalid, no touch. And Mr. Weidner has tied the score at 4. The next touch will decide this bout. Simultaneous action. There's no touch awarded. The fencer must have the right-of-way in order to get a touch if there are 2 touches scored. Now, Mr. Weidner appears to have re-injured himself. The fencer is allowed a maximum of 10 minutes timeout per match. And we're ready to fence. Attack from the right is invalid, no touch. Simultaneous action, no touch awarded. Attack from the left is invalid, there's no touch. And Mr. Weidner has won 5-4, and this puts West Germany ahead 2-1. After halt, no touch. Attack from the left is valid. Mr. Romankov, 1-0. Counter repost invalid, no touch. Allez. 2-0, Romankov.
Allez.
Attack is parried, riposte invalid, no touch. Invalid riposte, no touch. After halt, no touch. Invalid repost. In preparation, the attack from the left is valid. 3-0, Romankov.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Attack is parried, riposte invalid, no touch. So Romankov would like to straighten his weapon. The legal bend in the blade, maximum of 2 centimeters. Attack is parried, riposte invalid, no touch. Invalid, no touch. Attack is invalid, there's no touch. Invalid attack.
Distance. En garde. En garde. Prêt. Allez.
Attack is parried, riposte valid. Guy 1-3.
Prêt. Allez.
Attack from the right is parried, riposte valid. 4-1. Monsieur Romankov leads.
Prêt. Allez.
Riposte from the right, 2-4.
Prêt. Allez.
Counterattack valid. Mr. Romankov wins 5-2. Match scored 2-all. Attack from the left is invalid. There is no touch. Attack from the right is valid. 1-0, Endres. Attack from the right is valid. 2-0. Touch for the right. 3-0, Endres. In the individual event, Mr. Endres finished 19th, Mr. Koretsky 12th. Attack from the left is invalid, no touch. Attack is parried, riposte invalid, no touch. Attack from the right is invalid, there is no touch. There is no touch. Attack from the left is parried, riposte valid. Mr. Endres leads 4-0. Mr. Endres wins the bout 5-0, puts West Germany ahead 3-2. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that victory margins are important because in case of a tie, that is to say 8 victories apiece, touch count comes into play. Invalid, no touch. Attack is parried, riposte for the left. Shevchenko, 1-0. Invalid, no touch. The plug came out of the back of Mr. Shevchenko. Just for your information, the World Cup winner this year from Italy, Andrea Borella, and the world champion Alexander Koch, who fences tonight. Invalid, no touch. Attack is invalid, there is no touch. Attack from the right is valid, 1-all. Attack from the right is parried. The riposte is valid. 2-1. Shevchenko. Attack from the right is valid. 2-all. Attack from the left is parried. The riposte is valid. 3-2. Weidner. Invalid remise, no touch. After halt, no touch. Invalid riposte, no touch. Attack from the left is valid. 3-all. Attack is parried. Riposte invalid. No touch. Attack is invalid. There's no touch. Touches with the halt. Mr. Shevchenko. 4-3. Invalid preparation, no touch. Attack is invalid, there's no touch. Invalid, no touch. Attack from the right invalid, there's no touch. Attack from the left is invalid, there's no touch. Ladies and gentlemen, just to illustrate how important each bout is in the margin of victory for the bronze medal in this tournament, France defeated Italy 65 touches to 58, 8-8 in victories. Attack is for the right, 4 all. One touch determines the outcome.
Ouais. Allez. Ah, l'attaque est directement en bas là, pas de...
Attack off target, no touch.
En garde, s'il vous plaît. En garde, ouais. Allez. Ah, en garde. C'est simultané, il n'y a pas de touche.
Action
Ouais.
simultaneous, no touch.
Allez. Ah, ça riposte en bas là.
Invalid, no touch.
Allez.
Attack from the left, scores. Shevchenko, victory. Team match score tied at 3.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Off target, no touch.
Prêt? Allez. Attaque de gauche, touche à droite, droite.
Attack from the left, invalid, no touch.
Allez. Attention, para dar non, remise no va. Ouais.
Off target, no touch.
Allez.
Attack is parried, riposte invalid, no touch.
Allez.
In preparation, the attack from the left is valid. Mr. Romankov, 1-0.
Allez.
Attack from the right is good. 1-all.
On garde, prêt? Allez.
Attack is parried. Riposte is valid. 2-1 Romankov. The West Germans are not pleased with this call. Silence, please. Attack from the left is good. 3-1 Romankov. The hand judges will change sides.
Êtes-vous prêts? Prêt?
Attack from the right is parried. The riposte is valid. 4-1 Romankov.
Regarde. Prêt? Allez.
Attack is invalid, no touch. Attack is for the right, 2-4.
On garde. Prêt. Allez. Bien. Attaque para la réponse. Bon. Et la deuxième.
Attack is parried, riposte valid. Romankov wins 5-2. And we're ready to defense.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Attack from the right is valid. Mr. Mamedov 1-0. Attack from the left is valid, 1-all. Preparation from the right, the attack direct from the left is valid, 2-1, guide. Guy 3-1. The hand judges change sides at the middle of the bout or when the first fencer reaches 3.
En garde. Êtes-vous prêts? Allez. En garde. Prêt? Allez.
Invalid, no touch. Mamedov 2-3. Counterattack off target. No touch. In preparation, the attack from the right is valid, 3-all. Mr. Guy scores 4-3. Mr. Guy attacks on the blade, 5-3 to victory. Matthias Guy. The match score is tied again. Germany leads with 2 touches.
Prêt? Allez.
Invalid, no touch.
Allez.
Invalid, no touch. This is a bout against a 19-year-old on your left and a 22-year-old on your right. Seems that Mr. Golubitsky's knee is injured. The trainer from the Soviet Union will now administer to his injury. This is not an injury timeout. Assesseur, hand judges for this bout, du Canada, Mademoiselle Grégoire.
Right.
On your right, États-Unis, Ralph Zimmerman.
Right. Allez. Ah, non, c'est pas la marche, non, voilà. En garde.
Invalid, no touch.
En garde. Allez.
Attack invalid, no touch.
Allez, allez. Right. Allez. Allez.
Attack is from the right, it is valid. Mr. Weidner scores 1-0.
Allez.
Riposte invalid, no touch.
En garde, s'il vous plaît. Allez.
Attack simultaneous, no touch.
Allez. Apparatus, non valable.
Invalid on the parry, there's no.
Allez. La riposte non valable, pas de touche.
Attack is parried, riposte invalid, no touch.
Allez.
Attack is for the left. Mr. Golubitsky, 1-all.
Ouais. Allez. Pas de touche. Allez.
Attack is from the right. Mr. Weidner, 2-1.
Allez. Avertissement gauche, corps à corps.
There is a warning for the fencer on the left, Mr. Golubitsky, for causing body contact. This is a simple warning.
Ouais. Ouais, regarde, c'est tout fait. Allez. Action simultanée, pas de touche.
The actions were simultaneous, there's no touch.
Allez.
Attack is parried, riposte valid, 2-all.
Allez.
Attack in preparation, invalid, no touch.
Allez. La préparation, c'est l'attaque et la contre-attaque. L'attaque de droite, on va l'attaquer.
Attack is invalid, no touch, from the left.
Ouais. Allez.
Attack from the left is good. 3-2, Golubitsky leads. The hand judges change sides at 3. Mr. Zimmerman from the United States, Ms. Grégoire from Canada. There's a problem with the weapon for Mr. Golubitsky. Appears to be loose and it needs an adjustment. Ladies and gentlemen, only the captain of the team or members of the team may enter the fencing area. Therefore, tools must be brought by members of the team. Coaches may not approach, nor anybody else. Attack from the right is valid. 3-all. Mr. Golubitsky scores 4-3. Golubitsky. Mr. Golubitsky with the victory. 5-3. Soviet Union leads. Five-four. Attack is from the right. It is valid. 1-0. Endres. Endres 2-0. The attack is from the right. 3-0. Endres. Attack from the left. 1-3. Invalid, no touch. Attack off target, no touch. In preparation, the attack from the left is valid. 2-3. Mr. Romankov has tied the score at 3. Invalid, no touch. Attack from the right is parried. Riposte is valid. 4-3. Mr. Romankov leads. In preparation, the attack is parried. Riposte valid. 4-all. 1 touch decides. Mr. Romankov has won 5-4.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez. Préparation de l'attaque tout d'oreille à gauche de voilà.
Invalid, no touch.
Ouais. Allez.
Mr. Shevchenko scores 1-0. He was 6th in the individuals event. Mr. Guy was 20th.
Allez.
Attack from the right is parried. The riposte is valid. 2-0, Shevchenko.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
There's a warning for the fencer on the left, Mr. Shevchenko, for using the unarmed hand to cover targets. It's a simple warning, ladies and gentlemen. And there is also a warning for the fencer on the right for the same offense.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez. Attaque au fait, pas de droite et touche à gauche, voilà. Prêt?
Invalid, no touch.
Allez. Attaque au pas de gauche.
Invalid, no touch.
Prêt? Allez. Attaque au fait, voilà.
Invalid, no touch.
Distance, s'il vous plaît. Prêt? Allez.
Attack from the right is valid. 1-2.
Prêt? Allez. Attaque la parede, droite. Voilà. Prêt?
Invalid, no touch.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Mr. Guy, 2. Oh! The blade is in line. Mr. Shevchenko tried to find the blade. He could not. He's touched.
Prêt? Allez.
Attack is parried. Riposte, no.
Prêt?
Counterattack, good. Shevchenko, 3-2.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Invalid, no touch.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Attack from the left is good. 4-2, Shevchenko. Finalist in the individual. Continuing his excellent fencing. Mr. Guy was 20th in the individual this year.
Regarde. Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Attack from the right is parried. The riposte is valid. Shevchenko, 5-2. Soviet Union ahead by 3.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Attack is for the right. Koch, 1-0.
Prêt? Allez.
Mr. Mamedov is warned for initiating body contact. This is a simple warning.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Attack from the left is valid. 1-all.
Allez. Préparation de l'attaque de gauche de voilà. Prêt?
Parry post invalid, no touch.
Allez.
Attack from the right is good. 2-1, Koch.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Invalid, no touch. Appears to have been a fall to the weapon.
Allez.
Attack from the left is invalid, no touch.
Prêt? Allez. Non, en boîte.
The fencer on the right, Mr. Koch, is warned for initiating body contact. This is a simple warning.
Prêt? Allez.
Riposte invalid, no touch.
Allez. Pas de touche, on garde. On garde. Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Attack off target, no touch.
Prêt? Allez.
Attack is parried, riposte valid, Koch 3-1. And judges will change sides.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Invalid, no touch.
Prêt? Allez.
Mr. Mamedov scores on an attack. 2-3.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Incredulous that they each did not hit on this.
Prêt? Allez.
Invalid, no touch. Mr. Koch tests his weapon. It works.
Allez.
Attack from the right is valid. 4-2, Koch.
Prêt? Allez. Attaque non, parade force non, un touche à moi, un touche.
A touch is removed from Mr. Mamedov's score for the repetition of initiating body contact, for which he was warned before, ladies and gentlemen. The score now 4-1, Koch.
Prêt? Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
And Koch wins 5-1. He has brought West Germany back within 2. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that the Soviet Union has 7 victories, West Germany 5.
Allez.
Back to the right is valid. Weidner 1-0.
Prêt? Allez. Non, je dis halte, c'est l'attaque et l'arrêt, après c'est la rouge du halte. Il y a un avertissement à droite pour protection. Avertissement.
After halt, the fencer on the right, Mr. Weidner was warned for covering target. Simple warning.
Allez. Préparation, tombe là, pas de touche.
Invalid, no touch.
Allez. L'attaque et la contre-attaque. L'attaque de gauche, gauche, droite.
Attack from the left is valid. 1-all.
Allez. Attaque.
So Romankov leads 2-1.
Allez.
Invalid, no touch.
Allez. Acte. Attaque, riposte, acte. Deuxième protection. Touche.
Mr. Weidner has repeated his offense of protecting his target with his unarmed hand. There is a touch removed from his side. The score is now Romankov 2, Weidner 0.
Allez. Acte.
Attack from the right is valid. 1-2, Weidner.
Allez.
2-all.
En garde, s'il vous plaît. En garde. Merci. Allez.
Attack from the left is valid. 3-2, Romankov.
Prêt. Allez. Poste, non, voilà, pas de touche. Allez.
Weidner scores, ties the score at 3.
Allez.
Attack off target. No touch.
Allez.
Weidner scores 4-3.
Prêt. Allez.
Attack from the left is parried. Riposte valid. Weidner 5-3. West Germany 6. Soviet Union 7.
Allez. Allez. Prêt. Allez.
Mr. Golubitsky scores 1-0.
Allez.
Attack from the right is invalid. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this match is a rematch of last year's Olympic final, which the Soviets won.
Allez.
Parry riposte invalid, no touch.
Distance, s'il vous plaît. Allez.
Attack from the left is valid. 1-all.
Prêt. Allez.
Mr. Guy attacks. He leads 2-1.
En garde, s'il vous plaît. Allez. Attaque.
Attack from the right is valid. 2-all.
Docteur, s'il vous plaît, médecin. Le médecin, s'il vous plaît.
Mr. Golubitsky has sustained an injury. The medical personnel have been summoned. Ladies and gentlemen, if Mr. Guy can manage to win this bout, he will have tied the match score at 7. Mr. Golubitsky can win.
Prêt. Allez.
Attack is from the left. Mr. Golubitsky parried it. Riposte was valid. 3-2. Golubitsky leads. Each touch is critical.
Allez.
Attack is parried, riposte invalid, no touch.
Allez. Acte de position non valable, pas de touche.
Invalid, no touch.
Ouais. En garde, s'il vous plaît. Allez. Ah, c'est l'attaque et la combat. Attaque et combat.
Attack misses, counterattack invalid, there's no touch. Mr. Golubitsky's clip, which activates the electric target area, it came off. It's now been adjusted. It works. No touch.
Allez. Attaque non valable, pas de touche.
Invalid, no touch.
En garde, s'il vous plaît. Allez. Attaque non valable, pas de touche.
Invalid, no touch.
Allez.
Golubitsky 4-2.
En garde. Prêt? Allez.
In preparation, the attack from the right is invalid. There is no touch.
Prêt? Allez.
Mr. Guy scores 3-4.
Allez.
The attack is from the left. It is parried. The riposte is valid. Mr. Golubitsky wins 5-3. Soviet Union leads 8-6.
En garde. Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Attack is from the left. Mr. Mamedov leads 1-0.
Allez.
One all. Invalid, no touch.
Prêt? Allez. Prêt.
Simultaneous action, there is no touch.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
In preparation, the attack from the left. Mamedov leads 2-1. The West Germans managed to win both of the next bouts. They will win on indicator.
Êtes-vous prêts? Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
The attack is parried. Riposte valid. Mr. Endres has tied the score at 2.
Prêt? Allez.
Back from the left is parried. Riposte valid. Endres 3-2.
Êtes-vous prêts? On garde. Prêt? Allez.
Mr. Mamedov has tied the score at 3. If he can win, the Soviets will win.
Prêt? Allez.
Mr. Endres 4-3. Attack on the preparation for Mr. Endres. Then Mamedov was preparing with the bent arm. Mr. Endres attacked.
Allez.
Attack is parried, riposte invalid, there is no touch.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Mamedov 4-all. If he managed to get the next touch, Soviet Union wins. Endres can keep Germany alive with the next touch.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Off. Invalid, no touch.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Is it legal to touch the electrical apparatus while the bout is going on?
Allez.
Attack off target, no touch.
Allez.
Mr. Endres wants his weapons to be tested. He thought he hit on the last touch. Apparently not. These bouts go to 6 minutes at the most.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Mr. Endres scores 5-4. He keeps Germany's hopes alive. The winner of the next bout will determine the World Championship in men's team foil. The last bout of this evening, the 16th bout, will determine the winner. Carpentieri.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez. Attention para el posto valable A.
Counterattack invalid, no touch. The clip has come off Mr. Koch's uniform. He asked it to be replaced. They test weapons. Everything's in order.
Regarde. Prêt? Allez. Attaque simultanée. Prêt?
Simultaneous attack, no touch.
Allez.
Mr. Shevchenko, 1-0.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
In the preparation comes an invalid attack. There is no touch.
Êtes-vous prêts? Allez. Sprint de fer, ne touche pas, par la force ne touche pas, mais prêt.
No touch.
Allez.
Attack from the right is invalid. There's no touch.
Prêt? Allez.
In preparation of the repost, Mr. Shevchenko scores 2-0. Shevchenko. Mr. Koch is warned for covering target with the unarmed hand. It is a simple warning.
En garde, s'il vous plaît. La main.
The President asked the fencers to go back on guard.
Allez.
1-2.
Prêt? Allez.
Attack on the blade is invalid. There's no touch.
Allez.
Attack is from the left. It is valid. 3-1 Shevchenko. The hand judges change sides.
En garde. Prêt? Allez. En garde, pas de doute. Attaque, non?
There is no touch.
Prêt? Allez. Elle a fait des hommes. Ouais. Sur la gauche.
Mr. Koch is warned for initiating Korakor. Simple warning.
Appel à s'il vous plaît. À l'arrière. Prêt? Allez.
Attack from the right is invalid. No touch.
À l'arrière. Prêt?
It's for distance.
Allez. Attaque sur le fer, touche pas derrière. Prêt? Êtes-vous prêts? Allez.
Attack is parried. Riposte invalid. There is no touch.
Prêt? Allez. Bien, attaque. Para la riposte, elle est là. Pas de doute. Prêt?
No touch.
Allez.
Attack from the right is parried. The riposte is valid. Shevchenko 4-1.
Regarde. Êtes-vous prêts? Allez. Attaque nord, par la riposte.
Invalid riposte. No touch.
Allez, s'il vous plaît. Prêt? Allez.
And Mr. Shevchenko wins the World Championship of Team Foil, repeating the Soviet result from the Seoul Olympics last year and gaining a split of the foil team events. Nouveau champion du monde, Fleuret, homme, équipe, Union soviétique. The new world champion and still world champion from the Soviet Union in men's foil team.